On Wednesday, Iowa defensive lineman Daviyon Nixon declared for the NFL draft. The junior was a force for the Hawkeyes defense this season. As Hawkeye headquarters reporter Corey Roldan reports, Nixon has excelled in every challenge that has come his way.
The 2020 football season for the Iowa Hawkeyes has ended. A bright spot for the team was defensive lineman Daviyon Nixon. The junior won the Big Ten Player of the Year, was a consensus All-American, and is now projected to be a first-round pick in the NFL draft. The journey wasn't always easy for Nixon, but every step of the way, he persevered.
While in high school, he was made fun of by some of his teammates, football, basketball teammates, and it really would put him into a dark place. So we would have to encourage him all the time. It's okay. Daviyon, you just learned it from everybody else. Don't worry about what anybody says. I remember when that coach called us. We were at basketball practice, and we took a phone call from a Power 5 coach, and he said, "You won't make it." He said, you won't be able to make it because of your grades. That sent Daviyon into a dark place. And finally, one day, I just pulled him out of class. I said, "Hey, listen, I don't care what nobody says. You never let anybody tell you what you can and what you cannot be."
And I think I'm more proud of him academically than the sports level. It's great that he's up here, but he has persevered and pushed so much and struggled so hard to bust these C's and these B's and these A's, and he's a super turnaround grade-wise.
The Hawkeyes recruited Daviyon heavily, but one trip up by head coach Kirk Ferentz sold the Nixon family.
Kirk Ferentz took a chance on a kid.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He took a chance on a kid that he seen something that nobody else seen in. He's seen the potential in Daviyon that nobody else seen in him a long time ago. Coach Ferentz drove up here maybe 4 years ago in a snowstorm. In a blizzard. Coach Wallace, Coach Ferentz came up here in a blizzard. We sat in the office at school. He told us we had an offer, and they turned around and left. That right there sold me on the University of Iowa.
Before going to the University of Iowa, Daviyon played at Iowa Western Junior College. When he arrived to Iowa City, he had to wait his turn. But by the time his junior year came around, his confidence soared.
His confidence level skyrocketed this year. I know that for sure. I used to talk to him maybe a night before every game, and his confidence level was so high. And he would tell me, "Dad, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that." And as a father, you're like, "Yeah, you got to show me."
Nixon's conversations with Coach Ferentz were easy. Ferentz believes Daviyon has a bright future in the NFL.
My Coach Ferentz basically said that he expected nothing less. After the season that I had, that he was prepared for me to say those things, to say that I wanted to declare and things like that. And he said that he hopes that I, have a bright future, and he says that I do in the NFL.
Nixon led the Big Ten in sacks and tackles for loss. The NFL has always been a dream for Daviyon, and he's excited about the next chapter in his journey. With this Hawkeye headquarters report, I'm Corey Roldan, Local 4 Sports.